everyone, welcome to Bickering Book Reviews. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Becky.
And today we're talking about Love is a Revolution by Renée Watson. I got this off of Edelweiss.
Edelweiss or NetGalley?
Okay, so this is about Nala, who lives with her cousin Imani, and she calls her best friend, sister, cousin, because they're so close. So she lives with her aunt and her uncle because kind of something happened with her mom that it wasn't working out. So she goes to live with her cousin and her cousin's family. But it kind of seems like her cousin is pulling away because she's part of this activist group for Harlem, and she's just trying to do all of these different kind of community organizations and different things. And these activism friends and this vibe is totally not something Nala's into. Like, she's not into like saving the world and everything is a political statement or a social justice statement. And Imani, her cousin, is pulling away kind of from family and having that relationship, whereas Nala really enjoys her family and she goes to see her grandmother. She loves her aunt. She treats her cousin Imani as her best friend, sister, cousin. And along the way, so there's kind of this separation between the two young women, but also there's a new guy that shows up at this activism community organization. His name's Ty, and Nala likes him a lot. So what she starts doing is she kind of transforms herself into what he would be interested in. Basically, she's lying. She lies and says, I am into this activism. I am into making this community organization. I work at this, local nursing home. She lies to get him to be her boyfriend, and she has to keep up with the lies, and the people around her know that the relationship between the two just doesn't smell right. Like, there's something wrong and they can't figure it out. And so Nala's got to keep up this charade, and eventually she's going to have to face the truth. So I think that's really all you need to know in this, like, related to this book. I like Renée Watson's writing. I like her settings. I have a problem with the main character because she's really the villain, it feels like.
Yeah, I didn't like her. I had a hard time with this book. Like, I wanted to like it, but like this was a chore for me. And the only other book I've read
for me, but I wasn't rooting for her to get the guy because she didn't deserve him. Like, she was lying to him the whole time.
Because think of that. Flip it the other way. If this book was about a girl who found out that this boy had lied about all of these things, you wouldn't be okay with it. Because she lied about everything.
Yeah. Even, like, her even saying she's vegetarian and she's not. Saying that she works someplace and she's not. That she, she lies about everything. She lies about how she likes to wear her hair.
Right. It was everything. It was everything.
But I think there's also something to be said that sometimes you do change who you are to be in a relationship, so perhaps you would start dressing different or,
But she didn't change who she was. She just said she was these things.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I had a really hard time because, I have a thing about lying, so that might be part of it too. The only other book I read by Renée Watson was, I think it's called Betty Before X, and I really liked that. I thought that was really well done. But this, I just...
See, and I love that her main characters are heavier and that they get the lead story.
Which I would like too, but I felt like it was an afterthought. I felt like they just kept reminding us every so often that she was heavier, but that it wasn't actually part of her identity. It could have been another thing she was lying about.
Yeah.
I mean, and I guess that's not... It's almost like she was an unreliable narrator, but not really. Like, it was frustrating. Yeah. And everything, like, every time she did something, you're like, why are you doing this?
See, but I liked the grandma. I liked the story I liked the parts with the grandmother in it. And I think I would have liked a book about the activists. Like, I think I would have liked Imani and her friends. I think I would what they were doing.
I would rather have read about Imani.
Like, so I say that I enjoy the setting because I enjoy what was going on around the main characters. I didn't enjoy the main characters
But the
themselves.
main character was like 70% of the book. And honestly, I finished this like a little over a week ago and I don't remember it. And it might have just been because I disliked her so much.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's
then,
frustrating also because like I always want a great realistic fiction book for African American teen girls. And so when I saw this cover, I was excited. And then I started reading it and I was like, oh,
it's definitely not one of her best. It's definitely not one of my favorites. Because I really enjoyed her other books. Um, like even her Ways to Make Sunshine. Her most recent middle grade novel, like I thought that should have won some awards. But yeah, this one not so much. So it sounds like we're kind of to the point where we're ready to rate. So our rating scale goes from 5 unicorns down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it doesn't get a horn and is therefore a horse. So where are you?
so from based on my reaction, I'm kind of at a 2, but I'm going to bump it up to a 3 just because of the representation, because African American girls don't get books like this. And I want there to be more.
See, and I'm straddling a 2 and a 3. Like 3 for the setting, but 2 for everything else. So I think I have to give it a 2 because it like the main character was just so unlikable, and the story was one that I was not rooting for.
Right. No.
So I think I have to give it a 2.
So that
We're
is where
at.
we are on Love is a Revolution, and we'll see you around.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.